Welcome to MOOC's module on graphics and animation development. In this session, the topic is Overview of Graphics Designing and its Applications Part 3. Outline of the contents to be covered are mainly related to image composition related principles. The first one is single visual composition, the rule of golden ratio, focal point, grid design system, and certain Gestalt laws. So let us see how the first image composition rule can be worked out. It is single visual, an image composition in which the overall design is mainly focused on using only a single powerful image, then it is referred as single visual composition. So the main focus is on use of only a single image or graphics, and these kind of single visual compositions are used for designing website starting page. This kind of composition is in fact easy to design, but image should be selected very intelligently in order to achieve the desired goal. Otherwise, we will lag behind our desired goal. So in the example, we can see that single visual is mainly focusing on the aim to create a design where we need to ensure that textual and other graphic elements should support the single visual based on different elements rather than competing with it. By this we mean to see that all these things other than the single visual which is visible on the background, we want to enhance the visual impact of this graphics rather than the certain elements compete with the main element. So this thing is to be taken care of while composing the images. The next image composition rule is golden ratio. Golden ratio, or sometimes it is also called as Fibonacci spiral or phi, it can be used for designing web design elements in which the idea is to place the various designing elements as per their importance along the lines of the spiral. Because our human eye also works in the similar manner. So if we want certain elements to be seen first as per the importance, we can arrange them accordingly around the spiral shape. So in this figure we can see that how we are thinking of giving the importance to the different graphic elements and how we want to place them around this spiral shape. Next image composition rule is focal point. Focal point refers to a point where visitors can start viewing the design, and it incorporates major areas of interest or importance which are being used in composition to hold the viewer's attention. So focal point is a thing where we want user to start with. It can be represented through a button, text, picture or illustration, and by maintaining a balance of the design or layout to achieve a specific purpose. So it becomes the responsibility or the main role of the graphic designer to think in terms of what is going to be the focal point in their overall graphic design. In this web page design, we can see that how the image of robot is kept in the middle of the overall layout. So as and when the visitor comes to this page, definitely they will first be drawn towards this particular image before reading anything as a description available on the web page. Next principle which is used for image composition is grid design. Grid based design helps in adding a structure to a design. When we are having lot of things to be added on the same design, on the same web page, then it becomes the main duty how to divide all these elements or distribute those elements effectively in the overall layout. So it helps in organizing different design elements as per the proportion in which they are required to be placed in the overall design. Grid frameworks are also freely available for download, and beginners can make use of them for effective designing comfortably. In this image we can see that how effectively the overall space available for designing a particular graphics is divided into a grid system in which several square areas are being available, And as per the need of the different graphic elements, we can allocate the sections to that particular thing. The next image composition rule is Gestalt laws. Gestalt laws are based on the human beings, how they perceive the things, and accordingly several things, object or elements are used for creating a better visual impact, and these can be placed accordingly in the overall design. Generally, Gestalt laws can be categorized as law of closure, law of proximity, law of similarity, law of continuation, and law of alignment. Law of closure and proximity. The law of closure means that human beings are capable of perceiving the things based on their imagination by considering the object as closed, which is in reality are not closed. We can take the example of a nearby circle which has been drawn only up to 330 degree, but our human capacity is allowing us to interpret that unclosed thing as a circle. So this is law of closure. The grouping of objects on the basis of closeness from each other refers to the law of proximity, whereas grouping of object or elements based on the similarity in terms of shape, color, texture is law of similarity. Further, grouping of the collinear objects, and if the objects follows a specific direction, comes under the next law of continuation. And if we are using alignment of object based on their edges or center lines, then it refers to the law of alignment, and it may also result in overlapping of the object. In the example given below, we can have a look on the usage of law of closure and law of proximity. And the last image composition rule which is specified here is based upon Z and F layout. Designing of website or any particular graphics can be done by making use of different layouts, and one of the popular one is Z shape layout. It means that we are aligning all the elements along the Z shape, and we are directly allowing the human eye to start viewing the design from upper left corner and finishing it with the object that is available on the bottom right corner. So in this manner the elements are placed according to the Z shape layout. Additionally, here design elements can also be kept as per the F layout, which means that user is directed to read the first line and then they continue reading the second one, and after that continuing as per the specific order mentioned in the layout. This can be well understood by looking at these web page designs. In this we have made use of Z shape layout. So we can see that as soon as the user will start exploring this particular page, they will directly be getting attention towards the main highlighted title, and then they will move their attention towards what is the description of this particular topic. So in this manner, as our human eye is habitual of following this pattern, so we can make use of such kind of composition rules for effective graphic designing. The next image is about how to arrange the elements as per the F layout. So in this session we have covered some of the important image composition rules, and further the learners can refer to the details of all this from the given reference. Thank you.